everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got this fantastic collection from our friends at Practical Publishing. This is Textures by Lou Collins. This is the Jack Frost collection, and it's got a fantastic stamp set. This is Snowflake's text and negative background stamp set. Fantastic if you love to do mixed media. And then this one is a fantastic cutting die. It's really large. It's Snowflake circle dies, and this one is birch tree die set. I can't wait to show you what I did with these, so come play with us. So this is the birch trees die set. As you can see, it's beautiful, two sets, two pieces here, and it does fit through a standard 6-inch wide platform. This is just under 6 inches wide here, and then this is just under 8 inches long, okay? And then this piece right here also 6 inches wide, so it's a tight fit, but it does work. I used it on my machine last night, and then just a little over 8 inches as well. So look what this makes. Beautiful. I made this out of white glitter cardstock. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, and then I wanted to show you, I'm going to make sort of a little paper crafted plaque. Here is some fantastic paper. This is just on brown cardboard, and I used for the background here, this is Foggy Forest 12 by 12 cardstock, and I just aligned this to show my little moose here because I wanted it to fit so that it's peeking out from the trees. If you didn't get it aligned where basically his back leg is cut off there, then he's gonna go like that. So I want him to peek right in there. And a great product to use to then attach this piece are some sticky specks. And sticky specks are just this fantastic little tool. They're little honeycombs with little adhesive dots on them. So they're great for if you do a lot of die cutting, get yourself a pack of sticky specks. And I'll put all the links to all these materials, everything that we use down below our video here at paperwishes.com. And then you can find that and just drop things right into your cart. All right, so we're going to take this. Actually, I think I'm going to start on the other side. There we go. And we're going to put this, didn't peel it back enough. Go. Right there. I'm just going to align that. And then we're just going to do this. Okay, and then I'm just going to peel that right off, and it's now a sticker. And they did a great job at connecting all the little branches in this, so it's not, you're not going to have any little branches tear off, which is nice when you peel that off. All right, so we're going to just lay this down. The background is a little larger than the trees. There we go. All right, and then on the same piece of paper, let me take this out. I forgot to do this. I'm going to make sure you see the piece of pattern cardstock that I used for this. Oh, of course, I grabbed the wrong one. All right. Take a peek at this paper while we're at it. Oh, Lene. There's all different kinds. We call them signatures. There's different pieces in here. There we go. Look at this one with this jar. There we go. Finally. All right. So this piece was cut from right like that, right? And then we've got this fox and this bunny. And so I cut those out as well. And then on the inside of the pack, in one of these pages that I just showed you, there are some fantastic cutouts right here. So I'd use the happy birthday one, and we'll use that as well. Because I wanted to show, we're kind of done with our Christmas cards here, and I wanted to show how you could use these things for winter birthdays. All right, so we've got our little fox. I think we're going to put our fox, I'm going to use our Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue, a little bit on the fox. I'm just going to tuck him. What's nice about the sticky specks is initially they are sort of repositional, so I can just sort of lift things up. We're going to tuck that fox right in there. And then I put a little bit of foam tape on the little bunny. And he's going to go right there. And then foam tape on the back of this cutout as well. Just like that. Now you could make this into a nice large card, but you could also make it if you're celebrating a birthday. And I like it because it's, you know, it's a little masculine because of the woods, but for anyone who loves animals and for winter birthdays, I thought this was really fun. And what we could do is take our little easel that we have here. These easels come with this back leg movables for shipping. So when you get it, I just took a little bit of glue and I just put a dot right there and just sort of let it sit like that and let it stand overnight, and then get a nice sturdy piece where this piece won't fly out from behind you. And you could just set that right up, and how cute to just send it like that. You could cover the back with paper, have your card like that, send it with the easel, put it on your birthday table for a special birthday dinner. So that's that one. And then I wanted to show you too how I made this piece right here. For this, I used the same die and just a little bit of a different background paper. And I put a moon on there as well, and I'm going to show you that technique. And what I did was I just took still cut the image out of the white glitter cardstock, and I just put it over a 5 by 6.5 inch card and used the sticky specs, and I just turned it over and I trimmed it all the way around. But before that, I added the moon, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then for the little animals here, for these little guys, we've got our Foggy Forest cutting dies. And so we've got this elk and also the little squirrel and the chipmunks. And for those, I used a nesting place cardstock. So it's got a wonderful collection of the dark and light brown. All right, so to make that moon, I'm just going to show you on some white cardstock. All right, so for our moon, I used a cutting die, circle die. Here we go. One of these circle dies right here, one of the smaller ones, and I cut that out of some acetate. Okay, which we also sell, and I'll link below for our products used below the video. And I just used a little bit of this purple hunky-dory low-tack tape, folded it over so I had a little sticky edge there, and just put that down just like that. So now I can ink all the way around that. And I'm going to first need some blending brushes. We've got 2 different sizes, or 2 different collections. This 3-pack, and then we've got a 4-pack as well. And I'm going to use, I think, these 2. And we're going to use sort of this dark blue. This is Prism ink pad, French Navy, a little bit of Blue Lagoon, and then a little bit of, this is the yellow, Canary Yellow. Right, so I'm going to start off with a little bit of the French Navy. I still like to just sort of put my finger right here, even though it's tacked down. We're going to go all the way around our little moon. I'm using a larger one than I did for my card because I really wanted this to show up for you. All right, so now we've got the Blue Lagoon. I'm not going to bother cleaning my brush off since we are using blue. And then we're going to take this off, take this mask off. And we're using that low-tack tape so it's not going to stick to that and rip it. And we're just going to take a little bit of the blue and just sort of go right here to give it a little bit of shading, because the moon isn't just one color. Don't forget to get your wipes and wipe off your blending brush just as soon as you use those colors, because you don't want to pick this up and accidentally use it on the yellow, which I've done before. All right, so now we've got our yellow, and we're going to go around and get some darker spots. I don't want this all to be perfectly light and pastel. I want some dark areas in there too. And it's okay if you go outside the edges a little bit. There we go. So that's how I did my moon right there. All right, and then I added, of course, this is for a New Year's birthday, so, or not a birthday, just a New Year's card. I added, these are called Every Holiday Dazzle stickers, and there's all kinds of colors, and I used the silver here on a little bit of tan cardstock. And I just cut a little notch in each one, little dovetail, and glued that on there. So that was just a really quick and easy card that could go along with your little table decoration I did. All right, so let's take a look at our Snowflake circle dies. So for those, this one looks like. They are beautiful. And for the circle die, let me see, I wrote this down. This circle die is just over 6 inches. It's like 6 1/16 of an inch, and it still fit through my Big Shot. I had no problem. I mean, it's a tight fit, but it went through. I had to make sure that my paper or my glitter cardstock was cut just to the right size, and then it went through. There's no problem. However, this piece right here did not work on my Big Shot. This one is actually larger. It is 6 3/8 inch, okay? But I was able to use this gorgeous piece right here without using this piece very easily. So here we have this background. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit, Steve. I die cut the beautiful snowflakes out of some silver glitter cardstock right here. Beautiful stuff. And then I wanted to put some beautiful foliage at the bottom here. So I added, oops. This die set is the Foliage Toolkit, and it's beautiful for year-round, really. Here in Oregon, we have evergreen trees, pine trees, and I use this set year-round. So I cut some silver pine, and I cut some white holly leaves and some blueberries. Those colors here. And of course, you can buy all of this fantastic glitter cardstock at Paper Wishes, and I'll put the link down below. And this stuff is so great, it does not come off, and it's a really nice paper-backed glitter. Sometimes glitter cardstock has kind of a waxy or plasticky back, and it's a little more tricky to die cut. This stuff has got paper on the back, cardstock, and it's really easy. So then I just did some layering of those pieces, and then I just added some little white flowers. Here we go. These are Rustic Bloom. These are White Heron from 49 in Market. And I didn't use the leaves. I just used 3 of these little flowers right there and put that little cluster in. And then for the Love You Friend, I used, where are they? Here we go. These are We're Together Dazzle stickers, and these are in the pastel and pearl. And I just love this silver pearl color. It's gorgeous, and I used that right there. So then once I had this, and I backed it with 6x6 snowfall paper, and I think I forgot to grab that. But anyway, I backed it with that, and before adding all of my little beautiful embellishments, once I cut this piece, I used my sticky specs and then just placed it right on the paper, the 6x6, it fit, and then went ahead and cut around those edges really easily. See the back side. So for this one, I put this on a 6x6 card. I cut down my 6x6 snowfall paper to 5 3/4 of an inch, and then I scored my 6x6 card, folded that in because we're going to be making an easel card. Okay, so what I did then is took the scrap that I had from another piece here, some of the scraps of that silver paper, glitter cardstock, and put that along the back edge for the top and bottom. All right, and now we're going to use a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer glue, and what I want to do is usually I put it all on the back of this, but I want to make sure that I don't get any up at the top, because then our easel card won't work. So I'm just putting a line right there. And then I'm going to put some at the bottom, just a couple of dots right there. And we're going to put that down right here, making sure our greeting, love you friend, is set. Okay, and so that's just going to pop right up like that. Make sure that's really secure. And then I took those Every Holiday Greeting Dazzle stickers and I put some white ones. Happy New Year on some more of that silver. We're going to put that right on the inside with some foam tape so that this has something to prop up against. So when you mail it in the 6x6 envelopes that comes with the 6x6 cards from Hunky Dory, when you mail that, then the recipient can open it and it just gets propped up like that and makes a really beautiful display. Okay. Now I've got another card to show you using the stamp set. Now this one, I loved doing this. I haven't finished it yet, so we're going to finish it together, but it was fantastic to play with because I love doing mixed media cards. So the first thing I did was took my 5 by 6.5 inch card and I covered that with champagne glitter cardstock. Just put that right there, glued that on, and then just trimmed around the card. So this is going to be our base. And then I stamped this text right here. I stamped it in 2 colors. So I used my stamping platform, put this on there, and I stamped it in both navy down below, so the French navy, and the Blue Lagoon. All right, I stamped that on that Hunky Dory Stampin' White cardstock. And then I just trimmed that down. And then I added some encrusted jewel. This is the silver encrusted jewel kit, and it's really gorgeous to use. I'm going to show you how to use it. This is a product been around for a while. We carry it in silver and in gold at Paper Wishes. I thought the silver, well, they're all wonderful for the holidays, but I thought the silver would just be great for New Year's cards. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So I've got my heat gun. You're going to need a heat gun. You're going to need an embossing pad to make the first layer of the embossed powder stick and kind of melt, and then you sprinkle everything else into it. So I prefer using, the Versamark has a nice spongy applicator, and so does the Wow embossing pad. I'll link both of those in the products used below, so whichever you prefer. I just grabbed this one today. I'm going to do this on black cardstock because it shows up a little better when melting and everything than it does on the white. So I want to make sure you see everything. Got my craft mat here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to open up, come on, our encrusted jewel kit. Now, this is like, these are fantastic. These are like mica flakes, okay? And then we've got our silver embossing powder, and we've also got this really chunky glitter stuff, okay? So we're going to use these pieces, and we're going to use this one, which is a sort of a tinsely glitter. We're going to put that over there. Oh, it's glitter embossing powder. All right, so to get to this stage right here, there's 3 items in each one of these. Maybe we can, like, we're really pretty blurry, but let's see if we can zoom in a little bit and then maybe zoom out. See what's in. See that? All those encrusted jewels, that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to see how far we can get here with our zoom. So the first thing I did is I just sort of took the edge of my embossing powder, and you can see it really well here. Just use a little smudge where you want to apply this. And then we're going to take our embossing powder, just sort of put a little shake on there. And then we're going to take the chunky stuff. Okay. And then a little bit of the mica flakes. And for these, I like to just take it and then break these apart with my fingers. Go. And then If you find that on your paper here that you're getting kind of off the edges, I just took a little paintbrush and I kind of brushed them all into place just like that. Now what you're going to do is, because we want to heat this, but even the best heat guns do have a little bit of an airflow to them. So I like to heat this from the bottom, and that's why using this on one layer of cardstock works really well. So I'm going to turn this on, let it heat up for a second. And then we're going to turn this over, and we're going to place this just like this. And we're going to watch the silver embossing powder melt. Eventually. And because you're heating it from the bottom, it just takes a second to start going, and then it'll really go. There we go. Starting to melt. And as it's melting, it's going to bond those other pieces together. And that's what gives it that chunky look. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right, so you can see, I mean, well, some of it stuck. Some of it did not take. So we're going to try that again. There we go. All right, another way to make sure it's all on there, just heat it from the top a little bit. I'm going to hurry this along. And then as it's kind of melted, you can add pieces. Just don't burn your fingers. All right. There we go. See, got some nice little chunky bits in there. All right, so the other thing we're going to do is take some snowfall chipboard, and we're going to do some snowflakes in the tinsel-y one. And I've already done those right here. And I would recommend when doing these, you want to take your embossing pad, pounce over the surface of it, sprinkle the embossing powder, and then before you heat it, use some tweezers, okay, and then just hold that while it's being heated, because you do not want to burn your fingers. All right, so let's get to it. We're going to put this together. I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer glue. Get the areas that are encrusted. Some glue on there. We're going to center that right like that. So we're also going to be using some parchment pixie petals from 49 and Market. And these are monochrome sparkles. These are diamond sparkles. They're little self-adhesive glittering gemstones. I've got a sheet of those opened right here. And then for silver and gold ribbon set, I've got a little bit of this beautiful silver ribbon. So we're going to start putting that together along with a little greeting that is from the We're Together pastel and pearl stickers. So we're going to put, let's see, could do Missing Our Time Together, Thinking of You. I think Thinking of You is nice. Sort of a New Year card. You can't be with the one you love at New Year's. Thinking of You is nice. Go. We're also going to glue this ribbon, this bow rather, there. Time to adhere. And then we've got our beautiful snowflakes. Overlap right there. One right here kind of going into our encrusted jewels. Right there as well. Thought I had another little small one, but I think it got away from me. All right, so we've got that one. And now we're going to add some more little parchment, which I thought looked nice with the little champagne color. Oh, and we can add some of these little self-adhesive bits. That. And then you can also put these on the center of your snowflakes. Just like this. And then you've got this really pretty mixed media look. That is just filled with these beautiful encrusted jewels, which we love. There. All right, we're done. So you got to play with a lot of really fun materials on this. I like that one. You guys, we've got a fantastic money saver on this collection. Oh, there's my other snowflake. So I'll just glue this down while we're talking. So yeah, if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes page, then just check that out. On the right hand side, right over there, you'll see our money saver. And then below that, we've got our products used. And you can shop each item and put them directly into your cart. And let's see what else. We've got a photo gallery with a supply list, so you can see all the different things. And we can zoom out, Steve. And let's see what else. If you're watching us on YouTube, then check below the video in the description box, and you'll see a link that'll take you right over to our Paper Wishes webisode page, where you'll see everything I just talked about, the money saver, the products used list, everything. And let's see what else. Also links for other areas in Paper Wishes as well. Consider subscribing. We do 3 to 5 of these videos a week. We don't want to miss any of them. And I appreciate you joining me today, and we'll see you next time.